Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Descent, and there's a couple of dudes that need to die immediately. Whoa! Okay, ooh, that was close. That was way too close for comfort. Man, if I get hit by one of these... The guy's that far away! That thing should... Whoa! Gosh. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. What I do like one bit is that we're totally murdering that guy. I mean... If that missile would have hit me, I would have been not happy, because those things would have had some crazy bendy action going on that, you know? Like, mine totally don't do that. Mom, Uncle Frank won't let me watch the movie, but the big kids can. Why can't I? Kevin, I'm on the phone. Oh, yeah, that's how I equate that, even though it doesn't really make a lot of sense in pertaining to it, but whatever. So here's what I want to do from this point forward. By the way, is that guy cloaked? He is. Huh. All right. Was that just a cloaked gray guy, or it looked like the pieces that flew off of him were green though? That was a strange moment. Oh well, whatever. So what I want to try to do going forward is I want to try to shorten these episodes up a little bit. I mean, when I first started this series, you know, it was pretty easy to be able to clear out a mine in about 15 to 20 minutes, but I mean, as you've obviously noticed, as time goes on, it's getting increasingly harder and longer in terms of finishing. Wow, that guy just put one right square in the breadbasket there. Jeez, it's getting increasingly harder. There's a blue key too, to finish these levels in flexible amounts of time that aren't ridiculous. And so I figured it wouldn't be a terrible idea for me to kind of shorten these things up a little bit. Like, we don't have to finish an entire level in one episode. I was just, going with that for a while, but as I've noticed, we've had a lot of episodes that have been teetering on the 28 to 30 minute range, and I've always been kind of sort of against that. I feel like it's a much more comfortable range to have it be, around, 15 to 20 instead of way further than that. So I want to try to go back to that a little bit. So I hope that you guys are cool with that. I mean, I know some people don't mind having the extra long episode. Ooh, cloaking. I will take cloaking. I'm totally cool with that. Especially considering what may or may not be down here. I'd rather be safe than sorry here. Oh yeah. I am most certainly glad that I took that method. All right. And by the way, I've got some story time for you. I've got a couple different things actually. Ooh, that's a door. Oh, fair enough. All right, I'm having all the extra energy. I'm totally down with. So two things. First thing, this one's actually kind of funny. So, you know how every once in a while, like, when you're working at retail or just as a cashier anywhere, at any type of business in the world that takes money, which is all of them, except for non-profit organizations, I guess, but that's besides the point. Like, every once in a while, you'll get those dollars that just have, like, weird things just scribbled all over them, or you'll have, like, oh, where's George Washington now? Like the, oh, follow the link, www.where'sgeorge.com, or, like, other things randomly written on it, like, oh, George is a douchebag, or, whatever whatever it's gotta be that's written there, because, people can't not defame, or not defame, but deface, an American dollar or whatever. I found one today that I thought it was particularly funny, what was written on it. Is there anything up here? There, ooh, hold on, if I can turn myself around. That looks like there may be something up here. Yeah, see, I know what's going on. We're almost full on energy now. Woo boy, that can't be good. We're gonna load that room up with some concussies. So I've never called a concussion missile a concussie before. That was kind of weird. But yeah, so somebody paid in cash today, and so I take their money. And I see on just like this regular $1 bill, oh, there's our exit right there. Okay, that means the red room's got to be like right here somewhere. It totally says, I took a cig, here's this as payment, and it just has like a really crappy smiley face, and then it just, right below George Washington's face, it just says in all capitals, LOL, ha ha. I was like, oh, come on, man. That's extra stupid. But it's like, why? Like, that... You didn't have anything else to write on, and so you just scribbled all that crap down on a regular dollar? Like, why? But even still, kind of funny, though. I got a little chuckle out of it, so, I mean, the mission was accomplished, certainly. Now, where is the blue door? Did we already go through the blue door? I don't know whether we did or we didn't. Let's check this out really quick. I feel like I saw us go through the blue door. Yeah, I did. Okay, so this is just the area, I guess. And we need to go... Okay, we need to turn around and go that other way. Sounds about right. But yeah, I don't know. I always found it funny when people write weird messages that either, like, they write weird messages that just don't make any sense, or they're just like stupid statements, or they're like cryptic messages that nobody would understand for any reason ever. Unless you were, like, there. It's like one of those, you had to be there type of moments, you know? People are like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like Instagram posts in a way, like when girls post things like, oh, blah, 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 remember the time, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, anybody reading the caption would be like, I don't know what this means, so why would you use that as a thing? Oh, well, it's whatever. Okay, so here's the other thing I was going to mention. Ooh, a mega missile. Hello. I will be more than happy to use that in a certain room. Definitely. Might as well save our homing missiles too. This room is I mean, this entire mine is just loaded. I mean, it is really filled all the way up. It is, you know, oh boy, it is turned up for whatever with concussion missiles. But I had this lady. And she's definitely been the subject of a lot of these little story time episodes here. But hey, she keeps giving me material, so why would I not roll with it? She she calls today, and she's just got the most freaking bonkers ideals about everything, I swear. So she calls, and like her big kick right now is that she thinks that like electromagnetic frequencies are, you know, the cause of every problem in the world. And now she's thinking, you know, just all of these totally backwards things, and it's so funny because she is just absolutely convinced that it's just a certain way, and it couldn't possibly be any other way, because why would it? So she calls up and she's like, you know how I've always been saying that Big Pharma is the cause of everything? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, forget Big Pharma. It's all about Big Bed now. And I was like, Big Bed? Excuse me? I was like, you wanna explain it? For those of you that don't know what Big Pharma is, by the way, since, you know, some of you may or may not pay attention to health-related things, Big Pharma is basically just like the pharmaceutical industry that, you know, they're pretty much trying to poison people to death with, you know, with Western medications and whatnot, which I totally believe that. Like, I am a firm believer that prescription medications are definitely killing people, because they are. They really are. I mean, you've seen the commercials. You know exactly what kind of utter trash those things are. Not like utter trash, like trash coming from cows' udders, albeit that would be pretty funny, but that's not what we're getting at here. But she's like, oh, forget Big Pharma. They're nothing compared to Big Bed. I'm like, what is Big Bed? Please do tell. And she's like, well, it's the bed industry. They're the ones that invented box springs, and the box springs, it's all the metals, and they're emitting jagged waveform electromagnetic waves, and it's going into your brain, and it's messing with your health, and it's turning everybody into a bunch of crazy people. And it's like, that's the reason why everybody's as sick as they are, you know? It's just totally ridiculous. So what you need to do, this is what you gotta do, okay? You understand? What you have to do is you have to remove your box springs from your mattress, okay? And then, you know, if you still want it to be extra soft and whatever, you just where the box spring would have been, you gotta just replace it with a whole bunch of ooh, boy, wow, that thing just whizzed right by my head there. She's like, well, you just gotta take like a big old pile of blankets and then just fill in the empty void, and that'll you know, make up for for how uncomfortable it is. But see, with that you won't have all the radiation and all the electromagnetic frequencies just fouling up your brain, because there's already enough things wrong with everything else. You see, you got all the people, you got like the Wi-Fi Nazis that are, you know, that'll be in your apartments, and they're always constantly leaving the Wi-Fi things on, and it's just, you know, you're getting totally, oh boy, we're gonna die. Oh, there it is. I thought we were gonna get through a whole level without dying. But yeah, she's just like, and the Wi-Fi signal is just like scrambling everyone's brains and turning us into government robots, and it's just, oh my god. It's like, dude, you need to calm down. And then later on, she calls back later, and she's like, what would happen, do you think? What do you think would happen if I fed mineral oil to my cats? She's like, do you think that, I mean, it makes sense that would be a good idea, don't you think? And I was like, not really. She's like, I mean, what is mineral oil good for anyway? I was like, I don't know. They put it in a lot of cosmetics, and it's generally... God, there's 3 of them over there! Are you nuts? Oh my... There's 4 of them over there! I mean, I shouldn't even be bothering with these fools right now, but I'm totally doing it anyways. I'm basically bringing about my own demise right now, because I can't just let them be. I gotta go. I really gotta go. Nothing good is coming out of that situation right there. Good God. But I was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what it would be used for in internal, you know, methods or whatever, because nobody really does that. I mean, there's companies are intentionally going away from using that stuff because it's viewed as bad for you. She's like, but I mean, it would make, but it's got minerals in it, so it's got to be good to give your cat, because here's what's going on, you understand? She always starts things off that way. She's like, okay, this is what's going on, you understand? She's like, my cat, you know, it's starting to poo a lot more, okay? But the poo is just so hard. And so I talked to the guy at the feed store, and he said if you feed your cat mineral oil, well, maybe that'll help soften it up a little bit. And that totally makes sense, because there's minerals in mineral oil, right? And so that would fix the problem, wouldn't it? I was like, I don't know. I mean, they generally don't advise that you do that, so I don't really see what the allure to do that is. I mean, you found, you know, other ways around it. Just give the damn thing some fiber. Like, fiber is supposed to make your poop more smooth and less, you know, wildly abrasive. Just go with that. It's such a way better idea. Okay, we got our red card here. This is actually a fairly short mine. Like, there have been other episodes where we weren't getting this damn thing until, like, 25 minutes in, so this is a nice, pleasant surprise. But yeah, dude, she's out of her freaking mind. It's just... Oh, man. I have never heard of anybody thinking that the betting industry, that, you know, that Serta and company they're the ones that are just, they're all sitting around the giant, oversized, you know, conference table being like, oh, this is how we're gonna ruin the world. We're gonna put these metallic springs in the mattress, and it'll make you feel so comfortable, but it'll totally overshadow the fact that we're turning you into government robots because we're insane. Ha 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 ha. You know? It's like, where do people come up with these things? I just don't even understand how they do it. Oh wow, they're not even making it hard. That's what she said. Boom! We're gonna make this thing happen. All we've got to do is charge it up and kablam! Okay, that didn't actually work the way I wanted it to, but it's gonna happen. And let's actually, you know what? We've got it. We've got it. Might as well flaunt what we've got, you know? And shkablamo! Was that thing just act like a homing missile? That was kind of weird. I didn't expect that. Hey! We've got to be close, man. We've got to be close. There we go. I knew something had to give right there. And oh, I should have used that invulnerability. Why didn't I do that? That would have been a way better idea. Oh well. But yeah, dude, just her whole ranting about, like, the box springs thing and the pile of blankets and the Wi-Fi Nazis. That was the best part. And, like, all this jagged waveform, just like, it just pierces your skin like a knife, and it'll ruin your life and all this stuff. And it's like, oh my god, you need to get off the internet for a while. And it's like, It's like, you're already... Okay, with the amount of, like, research that she's doing on the internet, and I know for a fact she uses, like, an old-ass computer, it's like, dude, you're sitting in front of a CRT monitor all day. That stuff is just shooting, you know, all sorts of, like, radiation and stuff just into your face all the time. So, what could possibly be worse about anything else than what you're already doing, and just the fact that you're nuts? Okay, with all that said, we have a new enemy to deal with, a Class 2 platform robot, and the armaments vary, and that can be scary. And the raiming, yes, the Sam raiming, the rhyming was not intended. The threat is medium, armed with lasers or missiles. It can be a serious threat if cornered, especially because you don't really know what you're going to get out of those things, so yikes. Okay. So we're headed off to MD-1032 Saturn orbit, methane mine Minnesota 6631. I don't know why I keep calling it Minnesota, but I am. On Hyperion Moon Critical. Infestation climbing, purge mine, and report in from orbit. Because the purge is real. I gotta get my killing tendencies out of the way now, you know? Otherwise, everyone's gonna be in serious trouble. But, we're gonna call it... Ooh, I just threw up my mouth a little bit. That was gross. Oh, that's what I get for having Carl's Jr. They got that 2 for $5.50 deal though, so I had to roll with that that Famous Star and the Western Bacon Cheese, which first time ever having a Famous Star today, by the way, and it was actually pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty just like standard cheeseburger, but I thought it was awesome, really. So yeah, man, I tell you, I have the best customers in the world because I keep getting stories and things like this. It's just the greatest. Oh, God. So when we come back next time, we're going to go through this infestation climbing Saturn rings mine here and see what we can come up with. So until then, my friends, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.